All right, hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer. In today's Wikipedia Backlinks video, what I'd like to share with you are the 5 ways or the 5 things that you need to know when getting your Wikipedia backlinks to actually stick longer than a day. So internally, we offer Wikipedia backlinking as a service, and in the last 60 days, we have learned about that are absolutely if you want your backlinks to be able to bypass human inspection of these Wikipedia moderators. So I don't want to waste any time. I want to get into these 5 things, and I'll also give you actual examples, because it is one thing to have an authority outbound link, and this is where I started, and this is how I knew it was possible, is if you're utilizing an authority source, the probability of getting the link to stick is significantly increased, right? So if I'm outbound linking to a YouTube video or outbound linking to a very high authority source, no problem. You can get those to stick all day long. Now, when you're outbound linking to a pest control or a locksmith or a personal injury lawyer or a home service or any real business like you and I have, there are some key things that you need to know in order to get these links to stick. So again, I'm going to go through these for not only for the members that are utilizing our service, but also you. You want to get your links to stick. You can do this too yourself, right? You don't have to use our service. You can do it yourself. And I'm going to go through those things. Let's get into it here. The pieces that I want to cover here, and I will break down each and every individual service, but the very first thing that you need to know is it has to be informational content. So let's just take this example here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm looking up personal injury lawyer. So when you're looking up personal injury lawyer, some of the things here, I'll go back here quick. Some of the pieces that you'll see is there are, right? So there's Factual Accidents Act, right? There is a wrongful claim, pointing out references. So I actually clicked on one, which was judgment proof. So this is pertaining to personal injury lawyer, but this is just a segment. Now, if you scroll down, what you'll see is a reference, right? So this is somebody's website. What does it mean to be judgment proof? So this is, there's only one outbound source here. So if you had another relevant source, your website, that was talking about judgment proof, you'd be able to get an outbound link to your website. It has to be informational. And this is how you get a related link from Wikipedia to actually stick. So this is one example of informational, right? So you have to have informational content. This is Wikipedia. This is an online encyclopedia. It's trying to point people in the right direction of information. So in order to get a link and to get it to stick, point the backlinks, the outbound links, to a homepage or a service page. Cannot be to a homepage, cannot be to a service page. It has to be informational content that you can outbound link to that is going to reference a subset of information. Like I said, like this is the first example here. If you take a look here, judgment proof is heavily related to personal injury. But the initial search was for personal injury lawyer. So you look up personal injury. Inside personal injury, there's judgment proof. Judgment proof, well, what is this? That's a good route. Another example, let's say you're a roofing company. So we have common roofing supplies. So some common roofing supplies are metal roofing, asphalt shingles, rubber. Let's take asphalt shingle, all right? So let's take a look at this. Let's say you have a roofing company and you want to get a Wikipedia back. What you'll do is you'll come in here and English. Let's say you want to do it here. So let's look up asphalt shingles. So we're on the asphalt shingle. So what we're looking for here is there's organic and fiberglass, right? So I guess there's 2 different types, all right? I don't know much about roofing, but what I'm trying to explain here is this. Siren, so this is a reference, all right? Organic, so let's keep taking a look here. So asbestos, ADIA, organic and fiberglass. So this is going to break down those specific things. Let's go down to the bottom of the page here. So as we can see here, so we're on the asphalt shingle page, all right? And these are references that are going to be talking about asphalt shingles. So if you take a look here, an assessment of the asphalt shingle roofing process for residential buildings, right? So this is a good outbound link. This will asphalt technology. Not only will the references give you ideas of other content that you can write in order to get referenced on this page, but it's giving you a clear understanding. There is no service or homepages here, only informational content. So you can either get on the asphalt, or if you want to get something that's related, you can see that under fiberglass, let me see if that's here. Organic or fiberglass. Fiberglass is referenced under asphalt shingles. Asphalt shingles is referenced under roofing. You see, it's all connected. You can get multiple levels deep and still be hyper relevant and have a hyper relevant link. It's all in the same ecosystem. Hope this makes sense for you. So let's go into this. So we have fiberglass. So if we're talking about fiberglass, if we scroll down the page, we could start getting some relevant sources that are going to be talking about fiberglass. And fiberglass, for whatever reason, it's referenced inside of the asphalt shingle. You see where the connection is? Another example here. I'll give you another brief example. Common pest control supplies. So let's take a look here. Let's do, and then I'll move off of this. I hope I'm driving this home. The point that I'm trying to, there has to be a piece of information. So what we started doing, we'll give you an article, right? We'll give you the title. We'll hunt down in the reference where there's a gap on Wikipedia. We'll find the reference. We'll make you a titled piece of content along with the piece of content. You can edit it, you can change it, or you could just post it. It's up to you. But the title and the reference point has to stay the same. The idea, the concept has to be the same. Because once you identify an opening on Wikipedia where there's a piece of information that needs to be referenced, that's the only place that you'll be able to get a link that's hyper relevant. And if you have the content, it will actually stick. Hope this is making sense for you. So let's just say it's this right here. Atrazine. Atrazine. Okay. So I guess this is a common chemical utilized for pest control. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this chemical. So as we can see here, there are multiple secondary references that are going to be attributed to this particular word here. Pest control, common supply. And then as we look down here, we can see, hey, we have a lot of chances to get a reference point or a relevant backlink back to our asset. We could talk about any of this stuff in these secondary references here. If it goes to another Wikipedia page, that'll be perfectly fine. Look at, there's tons of information in here. So if we take a look at this, National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, water info, what's in my water? So if we were to look at, if we were to make a page, harmful side effects, if any, of atrazine, that could be a reference point that's going to be a hyper-specific chemical that's utilized for pest control. This could be a blog article. This way you could get a hyper-relevant link on Wikipedia going to your pest control page. And it will actually stick because it's helpful. Again, this is an online encyclopedia, Wikipedia. So I think I've drove this point. We've talked about it has to be information. There has to be a need for reference without any other references on Wikipedia, low amounts of reference. So that's what we have identified. We're figuring out what the primary niche is. Pest control, we did personal injury, right? We did roofing. We identified the primary keyword, and then we identify subsets with, right? So if it's roofing, pest control, like whatever it is, and then we start looking for reference points where there's a gap of information. Once we have that, we can create that information, put it on our site, and bam, we can get referenced on Wiki. It's as easy as that. Now, if we take a look down here, so that's this one. It cannot be a homepage or a service page. Of course it can't. The only way that I've seen this accomplished is if you're a big, well-known brand and they've already given you or awarded you a Wikipedia page. So that's, the probability of us getting our own Wikipedia page. So the best that we can do in order to have a hyper-relevant, powerful link from Wiki is, hey, we can have information that's actually going to be helpful to the end user so we can get referenced on Wiki. Number 4 is going to be, this is more so with the content. So you can have a informational, and what I mean by orphan page, I have a service business. My blog is my blog. This page just doesn't, it doesn't jive with, right? Like, I don't want to put this on my site. I don't want it to be in the main navigation. And I understand this completely. If we want to get the link, we have to have the information. There's only so many places that I'll be able to get it to stick, or you'll be able to get it to stick. So what you can do is that's not going to be linked inside of the main navigation. It could be internally linked on the site. And what I mean by this, and I'll draw this out for you so it makes sense. All right. So whiteboard. So let me just share this with you. For instance, let's say that you are a real estate agent. So that it's going to be real estate agent So we have realestateagent.com. And then of course you're going to have your main navigation. Homepage, your contact us, your blog page, meet the team page, privacy, terms, and all that stuff, right? Up here, you have the homepage, probably have home, and then you'll have, I don't know, probably locations. So we'll say you'll probably have a blog, and then you'll have a contact. So let's just say this would probably be more like for sale. You have your locations for sale, you have your homepage, and this is in your main navigation. And then your blog, these are going to be hyper-specific articles to the homes that you're selling. Homes with pools, homes without pools, homes with really good school district. This is your home, this is your main navigation. You'll also have it in the footer. Now, what I mean by orphan page is, let's say for instance, you have a really good article that's going to be homes with pools in Los Angeles. And then of course you have your MLS listings on the homes with Los Angeles page, right? You're trying to sell your home, and then you have some content so you can rank for this right here. So what you want to do is you want to get something that's related to Los Angeles home. So let's break this down together. Watch this. So you're a real estate agent. You want to sell homes in Los Angeles. So let's think about this. So Los Angeles, let's go to Wikipedia. You can go a couple ways. So Los Angeles, searching for pages that contain Los Angeles real estate. $1 million listings. We have $1 million listings. So let's check this page out. So we're on $1 million listings, Los Angeles. We're going to scroll down and we're going to see. So the probability of getting on this page is going to be low. But let's just take a look here. Bravo and Oxygen Media, Bravo Renews. So this is primarily talking about, I guess, a specific show that was on. Do I think that you would be able to, a piece of information that's going to talk about $1 million listings in Los Angeles, that's going to be, let's take a look at, that's Bravo, Web Archive. Yeah, see, look at that. I hope you just see, do you think that you could create a blog article, piece of content that's going to reference this show with beautiful imagery, keyword specific, all about Los Angeles real estate, $1 million listings? Do you think that you could craft something that looks better than this? And not only will yours look better, but yours could be a lot more focused on the $1 million listings in Los Angeles. I hope this is making sense for you, because I just broke this down. Now, when I'm talking about an orphan page, because let's say you don't want, let's say you create that page. So again, let's talk about this. So million, so you create this page, $1 million listings. This is your blog article. Page that I want to rank is homes with pools in Los Angeles. So you create $1 million listings in Los Angeles. Inside that article, you are internally linking to this page here. You're probably internally linked 2 to 3 times within the article over to your homes with pools in Los Angeles. This way, the page doesn't show up in main navigation. The page doesn't show up in your footer. The only way that you could get to that is internal links inside of the content. So Google can find it, Wikipedia can find it, but your users aren't going to run across it if it's not relevant to the overall site. Like, it's relevant, but it's not something that you want, is what I'm getting at. You can make the page orphan and still get the benefit to the page that you're trying to get the Wikipedia link on. You're still getting that power that you're looking. It's the only reason why you would want this. I want a hyper relevant link from Wikipedia. So if you're not willing to showcase it on the site by itself, you can create an orphan page, build the link there, and internally link to the page that you're trying to rank. But in order to get the backlink, you have to have a piece of content that's going to actually be utilized inside of Wikipedia. You can't just willy-nilly create this. It has to make sense for Wikipedia. And then it has to pass scrutiny of an actual person that's going to go and look at them. That's their job. They do it all day, every day, right? There's tons of people doing it. So it has to make sense for the page. Now, I want to point this out. Let's go back down here. And last but not least, what you want are these high traffic keywords, right? For instance, here's what I mean, all right? So let's say, all right, let's just look up something. So how about this? Films of 2021. Okay. Ranking number 4. All right. This is just the first one that I got to pop up. You would assume that this is a number 4. Let's say this was a higher volume keyword, a much larger, like something insane where it was getting tons of visibility. Let's pretend for a second that is this article here. This only gets 320 a month. But what I'm getting at is when there are pages that are high visibility, media moderator, they know that we want to be on those pages, right? We want to be referenced on those. However, the higher the traffic on a Wikipedia page, higher it ranks, the more traffic that specific page gets, the better your content needs to be. Also, the likelihood that that link probably not going to stay there for very, because there's a bunch of people that want to get in there, so they're constantly creating content, removing yours, putting theirs. So generally what you're looking for is something that's going to be medium to low traffic, good internal linking from other Wikipedia pages that are hyper relevant to your niche and your objective, but it's not going to go through the scrutiny of a high traffic page, not only from outsiders trying to get their links on there, but also from the moderators looking at that Wikipedia page because it's a high traffic page and there's a lot of changes every day. That means there's moderators there every day looking at it, looking at it. There's editors looking at that page all the time. I know you want those pages, but what we have found is I would steer clear of those. The probability of getting, and also the content has to be amazing to even pass the editors. I want to just reiterate this. Number one is it has to be information. There has to be a need for reference without any other references on Wikipedia, or at least there's a low amount of reference. Sometimes if there's a boatload of references, that can also be easy. There's a bunch of them, you might be able to slide in there too, but usually if there's only one or none, those pages are aces. Number three, cannot be a home page or a service page. It could be hyper relevant to the keyword. The probability of them letting you link to a service page where it's for sales, or to your home page where it's basically a navigational page. Number four, you can have the informational article that's just there to get that Wikipedia link and linking over to a page in order to passes the, like if you're using UR, you get say a 20 or 30 jump in UR. That's a Ahrefs metric. I internally link over 20 over here on this page. I mean, these numbers fluctuate depending on the site, but number five, the higher the traffic, the higher the visibility of the keyword or the page that you want to get on, the lower the probability of A, you getting the link, B, it sticking, and C, you need to have top shelf. And remember, everybody wants that page. I would steer clear of those. I wanted to go through this information. I went on with this a little bit longer than maybe I should have, but that's okay. I wanted to give you the information thoroughly so you completely understand exactly what I want you to have the highest success rate possible. Also too, if you're utilizing our service, I want you to know, like, this is what we're doing. We want to make sure that you're getting a high quality link that's hyper specific and that it's actually going to stay. With that being said, my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions at all related to SEO, Wikipedia links, backlinks, off-page SEO, really anything at all, never hesitate to feel free to go ahead and ask in the section. I always look forward to seeing you in the next Wikipedia Backlinks. How to get your Wikipedia backlinks to stick. See you in the next one.